What's up, YouTube? Jay Barnes back at you again with another video. Got a pull day for y'all, man. Check me out, man. I'm starting this pull day out getting warmed up, man. You got to warm up the body before you get to moving all that weight, okay? First thing I'm gonna do is warm up the rear delts, doing a little bit of face pulls and some pec deck flies, rear delt flies, okay? And then we're gonna move over into a pull down and one of my favorites, a T-bar row, all right? Before we finish up with some bent over rows, and we're gonna do another high row just so we can get some trap involvement in there, okay? Main thing for my pull days is I wanna focus on the stretch as well as pulling that elbow back, you know, behind the body as far as I can get it, you know? And a major key is make sure you have some lifting straps so you should not focusing so much on squeezing and holding on to the weight. So it's getting too much forearm involvement, too much bicep involvement. We want to focus on squeezing the lats, you know, the upper lats, middle lats, you know, getting whatever the exercise calls for. We want to focus on working that muscle, not biceps. You know what I mean? This isn't specifically a bicep training day because on my pull days, I actually throw in triceps. So we're going to finish up this workout with some type of push down and an extension, man. Let's go. All right, man. First movement of the day. When got warmed up, blood is flowing, man, ready to go. We're going to start off with a couple warm-up sets of a single arm pull down. All right. And then we're going to get some working sets, man, in about that 8 to 12 range. You know, really focusing on getting a good stretch, man. Like I said, make sure you got some straps so that you ain't focusing on pulling with your bicep. It's not really a bicep workout, even though you will get some bicep involvement, but we want to make sure that we're pulling through with the elbows, all right? Getting a good stretch as high as possible so it's connecting that lat, you understand? Stimulating that lat and getting a good squeeze, trying to get that elbow in the pocket. Let's go. Look, some people may say they don't like doing T-bar rows because of, you know, the different ways of setting up. You know, you got to pull the weight off of in order to unrack, you kind of got to pull it from the side of you to the front of you. Other people might complain about the chest pad digging into your chest. Man, you just got to focus, man, on taking in a deep breath, man, and getting as good as work as you can. You know, me personally, I like it because it's stable and I can just focus on pulling my elbows and squeezing my back. So I'm gonna continue to do T-bar rows, and I like to do them kind of wide, you know, because I really want to focus more on back width and hitting my rear delts. So you are able to change it and get more of a neutral grip, but for today, I'm gonna go wide. think, in my opinion, back day is starting to become a lot more commercialized. You know, women want to get that nice V-taper. They want they, you know, when they wearing their backless shirts, they want their back looking good. You know, when us men, specifically bodybuilders, we want to have a nice, you know, cobra back, right? You know, chest day is what it is, you know, but the main thing is that you're connecting with your back so that you're making your back training effective. And if I can give you one tip I learned from Seth Ferosi is when he's doing his back training, as opposed to, and I think I mentioned this before, as opposed to gripping the bar, you know, with your thumbs and your full hand, kind of let the bar go and hold pistol so that you really squeeze in the bar with just about 3 fingers. And now you can focus on pulling, right? You know, and you definitely get better activation that way. So, man, keep working out that back, man. Keep stimulating the back. Man, it's really important. Even though it's a muscle that we can't see, everybody else will notice, for sure. All right, man. It's one of my new favorite machines in the gym. It's going to be like a machine bent over row. And I'm hitting it with a palms up grip because for me, I just feel that a lot more like in my lower lat, and it really hits the insertion point of that lat in the back, you know? So, I really like it. I got right to a working set, man, with 3 plates. I'm going to do one more with this, see how it feels. If I get a good 10 reps, I may throw a quarter on there and, you know, see what I can get from there, and we're gonna move on. All right, let's roll. All right, man. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up, man. That last set, I got a good 8 reps. That ninth rep was kind of raggedy, so yeah, I pretty much took that to failure. You know, failure doesn't necessarily mean, you know, not doing any more reps, because those reps could be raggedy, or you could be, you know, doing length and partials. But for me, I just want to go to a point where, you know, my form isn't good. You know, I don't want to risk injuries. You know, I want to be able to, you know, stay consistent, stay in the gym each and every day, not missing any day. So I prefer to really take my sets to a point where my form is starting to fail, you know. So yeah, we're moving on, man, to a hammer strength row, something I really connect well with. I really have really been consistent in incorporating this into my back training days, into my pull days. So we're gonna hit a few sets of this. We're gonna get right to the working sets. No messing around. We're gonna load that joker up, man, and we're gonna get to pulling, man. Man, anybody who's going through a cut, you know, really restricted their eating, you know, stay consistent, man. Stay consistent, stay eating the same meals, stay keeping those calories low, you know, make incremental changes over a period of time so that you're reaching your goal, man. You know, and I say that to say this, man, I've been so consistent that today I'm going to go get something to eat. Now, I'm not going to go too crazy, but I'm going to go to a nice steakhouse. I'm going to get me a good cut. You know, I'm going to eat me a couple, you know, decent sides. And yeah, man, I'm going to eat today. I haven't had a really good meal in probably a good 3 weeks. I've been eating fairly, man, I'm talking about chicken breast, 93.7 ground beef, rice, you know, white potatoes. I've been eating the same thing, really good fruit, and I'm proud of myself. So with that being said, today I'm going to go get a steak, man. But forget all that, man. Let's finish this workout. Man, a lot of people don't hit their goals, aren't where they want to be, man, because of their principles. If I could give you 3 principles, man, that I constantly go through in my head, you know, with repetition, so that I'm staying on track. I call them the 3 E's: consistency, intensity, recovery. I'll elaborate on that in a second.
Let's pause 21.
So consistency, intensity, and recovery, right? You know, staying consistent with what you're doing, man. Sticking to the plan each and every day, man. Not skipping any days. All right. Intensity, man. Going at your goals, man, with aggression, with a purpose, man. Not unwavering. You understand? And recovery. Look, man, life gonna take a toll on you. These workouts gonna take a toll on you. You know what I'm saying? This eating gonna take a toll on you, man. Take a day off if you need to. Get your 7+ hours of sleep each and every day, each and every night, man. You know, do what it is that you need to do. Drink your water, rehydrate, man, and get back to it. man, coming down to the end of this training session, man. Got some good work, hit some different angles. Finishing up the back with a little bonus pull up, supersetting with a tricep push down, and I'm gonna finish up with a couple of sets of overhead extension, man, so we can get that long head stretched out and pumped up, man. Let's go, man. Look, you just gotta know where your priorities are at the end of the day, man. We doing this for the result, man. What's going on in here, it matters, but it's a bigger picture, man, to all this. Man, let's go. All right, man, we're gonna finish up with a JM press. Last time I did it on the Smith machine, but we're gonna go with a free weight variation as opposed to me doing like an overhead extension. Want to get a little bit more load onto the tricep, so we're gonna hit this JM press, man. Let's go. All right, workout's all done. Great pull day. Finished with some triceps, man. Man, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Man, we're gonna stay after it. We're gonna stay growing, man. We're gonna give you some updates here in a few days. I'm already down about a good 10 pounds from the start. But we're gonna do a check-in today, Tuesday. We're gonna do another check-in on next Monday, man. We're gonna drop an update, show y'all where I stand. Man, but until then, man, y'all stay after it.